This is Genesis, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Keyshawn Davis, man, he shared an amazing story, and he deserves a lot of credit for being so transparent when he told this story. Keyshawn, he reveals what happened when he was hanging out with Turki Al-Sheikh, and they called up Teofimo Lopez, with Teo not knowing that Keyshawn Davis was there when he called him. And just with me telling you guys that alone, you can imagine the type of reaction that Teo had when he found out that not only was Keyshawn there, but Turki was trying to push for Teo to fight against Keyshawn. And I'm starting to think this might have had something to do with why Teo just randomly came out of nowhere and dissed Turki by putting up that post and calling Turki a dictator. Now, I'm going to play the clip of what Keyshawn said on Cigar Talk, and then I'm going to completely unpack it.
Me, my advisor, my lawyer, Turki, and his people. It's really about eight, 9 of us. And we were in this room, we just talking boxing, but it's really kind of based around me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, he just asked me like, yo, Key, who would you like to fight?
Yeah. Who you said? What's the first name you said? Who was the first name?
Teo.
Yo,
Teo.
Oh, we need
I
that.
said Teo, gang. Well, I said 3 other people. I said Teo, I said Cruz.
Yep.
And I said one more person. I forgot who the other person was, honestly. When I said Teo, his eyes lit up. He's like, you wanna fight Teo?
Oh.
You wanna fight Teo? You wanna fight
Yeah.
Teo? So boom, I'm like, he said, you wanna fight Teo? I fight Teo. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna fight Teo. Like he trying to see if I'm dead serious. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna fight Teo. You know what I'm saying? He said, call Teo. Put him on the phone. Call Teo.
Oh shit! I like Turki. I like how to see the movie. Yeah, I told him.
Yeah, right. So
I like that.
he calling and shit, right? Man, I couldn't believe this shit myself, right? So I hit him with, he don't know I'm there. So Turki like, yo, Key, I got somebody. No, I'm not Key. He said, yo, Teo, I got somebody here that said that whoop your ass. The next great. Teo like, all right, okay, we'll put him on the phone. Who is he? Let me see him. Ooh. He don't know it's me though, right? So he go from smiling when I see him, he go from smiling to it's no lie, gang. So I'm like, yeah, I told you I was gonna meet you right here, right? Told you I was gonna meet you right here, right? Then I was like, he was just looking like, man, what you mean? What you mean? I said, yeah, you got no choice but to fight me now. What's up? You got no choice but to fight me. Yeah. He said, I'm the champion. I'm the champion. I always got a choice. Bitch ass. Right? So I'm like, so Turki snatched the phone away from me, and he let me see how I'm gonna word this. He like, yo, Teo, Keyshawn, fight Keyshawn, fight Keyshawn.
Yeah. Okay.
Teo say, no, Turki, you promised me boots. You promised me boots. What about the boots fight? Damn. Turki say, what about the boots fight? You got Keyshawn want to fight you right here. He said, no. Teo said, no, you promised me boots, man. Boots. Everybody in that room was like,
oh my God. That's crazy.
For the same bread, gang. The same
crazy.
bread you gonna fight.
The same bread.
Nigga, yes. The same bread he's gonna take for boots. He was like, Turki was like, fight Keyshawn. He's right here.
Yeah.
Just give me whatever.
So you think he ducking then for real? That's ducking then.
That's scared.
Okay, so first things first, what you gotta love about Turki is he doesn't think like a businessman, a promoter, a manager, an advisor. He thinks like a real boxing fan and not like a race fan. So he sees what would be a mouth-watering fight, and his first reaction is, let's do it right away. He ain't trying to protect Teo. He ain't trying to protect Keyshawn Davis. He wants to see the best fight the best. So he's not going to be the type that's just going to be thinking in his head like, wow, I would like to see Keyshawn versus Teofimo. He's going to actually say whatever's on his mind. And that's something that Teofimo is not used to. He's used to Bob Arum protecting him, giving him opponents like Steve Claggett. But that ain't going to happen with Turki Al-Sheikh. As you guys can see, the first fight Teo had with Turki Al-Sheikh, it was Turki that made him fight Arnold Barboza, someone he originally did not want to fight. And now he's trying to match Teofimo Lopez up against Keyshawn Davis. And it was all because Keyshawn told Turki, Teo is the main guy that I want. But Teo, he made it very clear he didn't want it. Now let's talk about him throwing out Boots' name. Now, if Boots is not going to fight Teofimo Lopez, and Teo is not going to fight Devin Haney, why would he not fight Keyshawn Davis? when he's being offered the same money he was offered to fight against Jaron Ennis? Well, actually, I guess the better question would be, if he's not getting the Boots fight, why wouldn't he want to fight Devin Haney or Keyshawn Davis? Especially when Teo is putting out comments like this.
But they can't get at me. Why I gotta? Listen, they're getting special. Why can't they sit down and they getting special? Why? What they scared of? Losing to a Latino? They scared of? Come in. What happened?
So this is the man who said they are scared of losing to a Latino, which is pretty ironic when you think about the fact that when Gervonta Tank Davis was knocking out nothing but Latinos, it was race fans that was calling him a cherry picker, as if they were implying that Latino fighters were inferior to Gervonta, and the only way he could truly be challenged is if he is fighting against other Black American fighters, like a Shakur Stevenson or even Devin Haney when Devin was still at lightweight. Now, when it comes to Teo saying that maybe they're afraid of losing to a Latino, if he truly feels that way, why doesn't he do the opposite of what Gervonta did and go after all of the Black fighters? After all, we know it's easy for him to get any of those fights because they all want to beat his ass, at least 95% of them. You know, when Keyshawn told that story and he talked about the reaction that Teo had on his face when he found out that it was Keyshawn that Turkey wanted him to fight, that reminded me of when Teo, he was at a DAZN event and he got confronted by Devin Haney on camera. So he was there watching the fight, and then DAZN, they end up interviewing him. While he's doing his interview with DAZN, Devin Haney walks up to him, and then they give Devin Haney a microphone. And the look on Teofimo Lopez's face was priceless. He had this look on his face like he had just been set up, and he cannot get away from this guy. He wanted no smoke with Devin Haney. In fact, I'm sure even after that interview, he probably cussed out the DAZN commentators for allowing Devin Haney to even get that close to him and put that pressure on him. And there's no doubt, Teo, he felt the exact same way when Turkey, he surprised him by putting Keyshawn on FaceTime with him. The walls are definitely closing in on Teo. Eventually, he's going to have to fight one of these guys. So we'll see who he gets forced to fight eventually. Now, when it comes to Keyshawn Davis, you heard Keyshawn at the beginning of that clip. He said when Turkey asked him, who do you want to fight? Keyshawn, he said he wanted Teofimo Lopez and Andy Cruz, which is making things even more interesting at 135 because Andy Cruz, he's about to fight in a title eliminator. He's going to win that fight. And once he does, he will become Raymond Marataya's mandatory. So if Cruz gets past Marataya, which I think he will be a champion. And that will make the Keyshawn Davis versus Andy Cruz fight huge. Let's see how it all plays out. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODekey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs and defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.